Hello, welcome to another video. Today, this is a requested video from my love Danielle. Yeah, she wanted me to talk about what is happiness. Yeah, a lot of people are in the pursuit of happiness. Yeah, they want happiness. How do you get what you want if you're not sure what it is? Drop a comment. What is happiness to you? What does happiness mean? And what does happiness feel like? What is happiness? Is it a smile? Yeah, is that happiness? Yeah, to me, happiness isn't a maintainable state. It's an emotion. Yeah, and emotions to me are electric motion, emotion. Yeah, and that emotion, yeah, is created by motion. Yeah, your motion creates your emotion. So, how do you use your body? Yeah, how does it interact with its environment? Now, you can see a child go through many emotions, but you see happiness a lot. And this isn't in like the best of circumstances. I shared in my other video, it's Life Fair, about my trip to India when I was younger. I've been there a few times, but my first trip really opened my world. Yeah, I saw kids that were happy, smiling. They were experiencing happiness through the smallest acts, even just through interaction, from me just acknowledging their existence. And they're on the street in poverty, living in a group just with other children from the ages of like, you saw some kids that were like 4 years old holding a 2-year-old, and then like a 13-year-old who's like the big adult of the group. But I saw this happiness, I saw joy. Now I want to get into joy and happiness. They're two different things in my perspective. And again, disclaimer, this is not medical advice. This is not psychiatrist advice. This is not advice. I am not adding advice to your life in any way. I expect nothing from you. I have no conditions, no judgment. Only unconditional love for you. I love you, I truly do. I appreciate you. But so what I was getting to with happiness, like I said, happiness being an emotional state, and emotions always are in a wave. Yeah, they're never consistent. Yeah, so I like to look at joy as something that can be consistent. You can continuously be joyful, yeah, and go in and out of happiness and excitement. And happiness being an emotion that's stimulated through you're happy with something. And if we look, what would be the opposite of happiness? Is it sorrow? Is it sadness? And when we say to someone, oh, I feel sorry for you. Oh, sorry. Think how many times you say, I'm sorry. How many times do you apologize for something? It's something with Danielle, and Danielle will be watching this, that we have had so many discussions where she apologizes. She does say, oh, sorry about that. Sorry. And I'm like, stop apologizing. Yeah, we joke every time that one of us, if we say I'm sorry, we just go, oh, you will be, to joke and to bring that laughter and excitement and enjoyment back into that situation, because to be sorry is a sympathy state. Who wants to be in sympathy? Yeah, you don't get anything done in sympathy. It's horrible. No one wants to be there. You start to replicate the emotion that's there, and that brings you to that emotion, takes you from being happy to sad to sorrow. So I'm sorry. So don't apologize. You acknowledge the situation. If you feel there's something to apologize for, express it with love. Self-analysis on what you felt so sorry about. But sometimes if you've been in a state of being a victim through life, through someone else, through abuse, through the abuse of life, yeah, you can feel like saying sorry a lot, because you're living in this fear, this state of victimhood, where you're always feeling sorry for things like you're an inconvenience, you're a burden, you're a problem in life itself, because life's been a problem. And breaking that pattern can be so enlightening. It can make you feel proud, make you feel strong, make you feel tall. Yeah, bring that confidence back, that self-esteem. But yeah, happiness to me is an emotion, yeah, that we should all feel, we should all go through. But we want to fixate ourselves on, instead of the pursuit of happiness, what about pursuing joy, pursuing love, unconditions? Unconditional love is something I talk about a lot on my channel, because I think it's just so important. Like, I've done a lot of self-love practices. I apologize as well, the sun is coming out and it's behind me, so I've set my camera up in the wrong possible light. Let me try and focus. But I might be in the shadow, in the dark. Maybe I can block the sun out and you can see me a little bit more, but now I have to stay like this. Yeah, sometimes just getting your state changed, moving, shaking really does help. I try not to shake too much because I've got a mic on and you'll just be hearing the rustling. So getting yourself into a different state through motion. So if you're feeling sad, you're feeling sorrow, what about you stand up, hit your chest, yeah, chest up, certainty, confidence, yeah, love yourself. Tell yourself you're enough. You are good enough. You're worth it. You deserve it. Affirm yourself these things. You deserve happiness. Yeah? You're worth happiness. You can live in joy. You can live in love. Yeah? You stop setting conditions for yourself, expectations for yourself of how you should be, how you could be, how you would be. Yeah? And you change and you bring yourself into the moment. You're no longer living in fear of the future. You're no longer living in regret of the past. You're present, you're here, you're now, you're living in the now, you're living in the moment, you're living in reality, you're living in truth. So, what else can I say about happiness? Yeah. Again, I'll go back to like being depressed, because depression's like the opposite of happiness almost. I spent many years, I would say like 20 years in depression, and again, that depression had waves. It wasn't always at the bottom, but there was moments, like I said, suicidal thoughts, suicidal tendencies, yeah, self-abuse, physical self-abuse. Something I haven't shared on this channel or even on my podcast yet. It just hasn't come up. It's coming up now, as I've shared with Danielle. But when I was, God, what age? Somewhere between the age of like 15 and 20, I used to physically self-abuse myself. Yeah, I didn't cut myself, but I would punch myself. Yeah, I would look in the mirror and I'd be so disappointed with what I see that I would hit myself, punish myself, abuse myself, abuse my body. It's mine, I should be taking care of it, and there's me hitting it. I would look at it and think, what a pathetic human being, what a pathetic body. You're not behaving how I want to behave, you're not doing what I want to do. Yeah, but you can't handle this trauma that's happening, you're not strong enough, you're not good enough, toughen up, bang, and I would hit myself hard. Yeah, and a lot of times I would hit myself in the torso because this is covered up. I wasn't doing it because I wanted someone to see my bruises. I wasn't doing it because I want someone to see my pain. To me, it was I need to bottle up and hide that pain. I don't want to give it to anyone. So I'd hit myself in the chest. I'd hit myself multiple times in the stomach hard while looking in the mirror to try and toughen myself up. Yeah, and I come to realize it's like you've got your mind, you've got your body, you're in the middle witnessing the relationship of these two, and the mind was one abusive mind. Yeah, and I see it like that's the masculine, the thinker. Yeah, and the body's like the feminine, and this isn't male or female. We're all made of masculine and feminine. Yeah? So this isn't a male-female pattern. It's an energy structure, and I look at the mind as a masculine structure. Like I said, thinking, thoughts, all of this is in the mind. And the mind has become this controlling dictator. And the mind holds intellect. And what importance do we put on intellect right now? It's crazy when the intuitive, beautiful feeling body is being neglected. I look at a lot of great minds in the world, and always have, because I was fascinated with intellect, with reason, with logic. Yeah? And I'd look at these minds, and you have a look at them. How good is their body? Does it look loved? Does it look taken care of? Does it look functionable? Does it look what we would consider healthy? And I don't mean abs and loads of muscles, but I mean good posture. Yeah, fairly lean, not really obese. Yeah, a lot of people get into this, is it fat shaming, is it this? And it's like, no, if I was to come across some animals, let's say farm animals even, yeah, there's a farmer and he's got a herd of cattle, and some of the cattle have got fat ankles, a couple of them. We'd say that's strange. That's something to look at. What's happening in that one's environment? Is it getting different food from the other one? Has it had different stress from the other one? Has it got something wrong with its body somewhere that needs to be taken care of? But we would look into it. We wouldn't be satisfied with that. That's just okay, that's normal. Yeah, unless say 50% of them cows start to look like that. Do we just go, well, that's normal? Because look, most of them have it, at least half and half. So it's okay. Would we say it's okay? Would we justify it? And if you're functioning and you're living in happiness and you have a lot of joy in your life and you have fat ankles, yeah, maybe you just don't know how beautiful you would feel and how much more productive you would feel with a little bit less weight on your body, a little bit less stress. Yeah, you're carrying around a heavy load. And it's not vanity. It's your vessel. That's your body. Love it. Take care of it. Yeah. Nurture it. Yeah, so that's a big part of my thing. You want happiness. You need to build that relationship between the mind and the body. Yeah, when they're in harmony and flowing, there's a beauty that you witness, an unconditional love, a feeling that's beyond words, beyond explanation. It's a feeling. You have to feel it. The mind will try and create words and thoughts, and it's doing it right now to make this video. The body's feeling it. The body's loving it. Yeah, and it can't express in the same way. That's why touch is so important. You know, think you've ever had a loved one, if you've had the privilege to have a loving parent or a loving friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, someone that you just love. Maybe something hard's happening, or maybe nothing at all, and they grab you, and they hug you, or they touch you. You feel them. You feel that love. Yeah, it's not through words. So maybe in your self-love practices, incorporate more touch. Check my other videos on self-love and touch. I could do a longer video just on that, but you can check one of my newer videos, self-love foot massage, and I just explain that process. But you can do that anywhere on your body. You could be stroking your face in the morning when you wash. It's your attitude holding love. You're loving yourself. Like I said, with that self-abuse, looking in the mirror, doing mirror tests on self-love, can you look yourself dead in the eyes, dead in the pupils, and say, I love you, I appreciate you. You deserve happiness, you deserve love, you deserve beauty. Can you say that to yourself in the mirror? Can you take your clothes off and say that to yourself in the mirror? These are all measurements to help you on your journey of self. Now you can check out my podcast, because this is just my YouTube's just mainly me talking, but I have a podcast which is on the YouTube channel and on all podcast platforms where I interview people on their self, their journey, their life. And we just go wherever it flows. It's a beautiful conversation where I get to connect with people all around the world. Yesterday I was talking to a young, beautiful guy in Australia. He's moved from Africa to Australia, and talked about that journey of his life. His problems were sort of not fitting in racially, but sort of just fitting in general. He said he had problems from other people of the same race as well as other people of different races. And it wasn't that was the obstacle. It was his intellect, his mind, his awareness was different to theirs. And it caused him to sort of question, where does he fit in life? Where does he have to compromise in life to be himself, to be authentic? Yeah, we even got into talking about pornography and addiction and masturbation addiction and the pressures of that. Yeah, it's abundant in this world right now. Maybe you have an issue with that, or it's just something that's interesting. We talk about sexual energy, you know, sexual energy is so powerful. It's the reason when sexual abuse happens, that it's like one of the worst things we can think of or feel for someone we love, let alone for ourselves, because it's such a powerful energy. Such a powerful presence. I am going to end this video there. How long, I can't see how long this video has been, because I'm using my phone to record, so hopefully drop a comment. Is the quality good? Is it okay that I record on my phone? Before I was using a camera with a better lens, but this enables me to just record quickly and simply in the morning. So that's why I'm using my phone. I think I'm up to like nearly 14 minutes. That's a fairly long video. Drop a comment. What video range is good for you? I try and keep them under 10 minutes. Would you rather longer content? I was even thinking, should I move and do some YouTube lives? I'd love to interact. I use Green Room to do audio live interactions, but thinking to do YouTube like live interactions, so we can talk and connect via the comments, you know, and it's something in the moment where we're actually connecting in the moment presently. I'll be talking and sharing like this. But you're there in an instant with me, and that's amazing. When I was a kid, this was not possible. Even when I was a teenager, it was not possible to connect in such an instant with people from all over the world. So what a beautiful time. And again, there's a lot of chaos out there. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of suffering and pain. But we must keep our focus on the beauty, on the love, on the joy, on the good things, so that we can be more constructive to construct the deconstruction that's happening in the world through love, through compassion, through kindness. So I love you for watching. I appreciate you. Remember, you deserve it. You're worth it. Yeah. Truly, have a beautiful day. And drop a comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, and recommend any content you would like me to talk about. Check out my channel on all things health, self-love, depression, and much more.